Dead in Hip Hop Patreon album review because y'all wanted, so we brought it to you. You voted on it, so we doing it. That's how it goes. Y'all voted on Pharoahe Monch, Internal Affairs. Beezy.
I'm about to get it.
430 Beezy.
Late.
I know, right? So when you started saying, I was like, shit.
Who did beat out Beezy? Let the people know.
All right, so Pharoahe Monch beat out. Of course, it won with 36% out of 550 votes. So appreciate you guys voting.
That's a strong poll right there.
Yeah. So
She said.
Coming in second place with 32%. Cannibal Ox, the Cold Vein. Coming in third with 20%, 50 cent Power of the Dollar.
That's a classic.
Right, that's what you see. You see, I'm like, huh? And then last place with 11%, E40, My Ghetto Report Card. Oh,
so when did this album drop? Was it 99?
Yeah, on Rawkus Records.
So back in 99, I was into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But
It was kind of new though, right? When you
I was still very commercial.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like around that time, I was listening to the Trick Daddies, a lot of Florida music and stuff, because I was in Miami by that time. So Pharoahe Monch, I didn't hear about Pharoahe Monch until later. And my first introduction to Pharoahe Monch was actually the track with Jadakiss, Right Where You Stand. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, Pharoahe Monch, I've never listened to a project until now. So thank you, Patreon. But I've always heard him either featured, you know what I'm saying, or a song that he had like one of my favorite artists featured, like Jadakiss. I know he worked a lot with the Locks, a lot of New York cats like that. But I just never got into Pharoahe. You know what I'm saying? Like just from a project base. So listening to this, you know, and I know I'm the one that always says, oh, well, does it sound dated? Yo, this album fucking aged very well. To me, if somebody told you this shit's damn near 20 years old, it don't sound 20 years old.
over 20 years old.
Over 20 years, 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? This shit grown man.
That is.
Y'all was on the Pharoahe like when he first came out.
He used to be in a group called Organized Confusion. Him and Prince Poe. He was the you know, they both was they were a duo group. Dropped the album in '91, self-titled, and they dropped a underground classic called Stress that came out in '94, and then they released their last one in '97, Equinox. I think it was in '97 before Pharoahe Monch.
So this was his debut solo album.
Yes, this was his debut solo album. Yeah.
So Myke.
Anything that came out on Rawkus, I got. So.
Okay, so you was just a label fan.
Yeah, anything that was on Rawkus, and I think this was like one of the albums that really put Rawkus onto a lot of people. I think, right?
Yeah, because you had
like this made
you had Black on Both Sides too, but this Simon Says, when Simon Says came out, that shit, like for him to be so underground and for that to like hit like mainstream, you hear that Godzilla theme music, and that shit was a rap right there, man. Did you hear the remix? I mean, of course you listened to the remix. I'm just talking about but at the time, because that was kind of big too. The remix.
At the time, not really, honestly, because I don't remember that really getting that much play, like in the parties and shit that I was going to.
Really? They played.
Yeah, the remix didn't.
They played the remix. Well, at least in Detroit, they played the remix a lot more than the original.
Really?
The original song. Yeah, because you know it had Redman, Method Man.
Yeah, it had everybody.
Yeah,
and then just like going through this for like my first time, it's so interesting listening to like some of my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? Super young, like Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Because like at that point, he obviously could rap fast, but it's not like how he does it now. So it's so interesting to hear him how he did it back then. But like this album, like I've always liked Pharoahe, like I said, like on features and stuff, and this album just kind of solidified it, and then it just made me realize I'm fucking up again.
When this came out, of course Simon Says was everywhere, but Pharoahe had a little bit of a name kind of floating around in the underground. I didn't really hear a lot about him until this dropped, but when this came out, I remember everyone was just like, yo, this dude is like the next level of fucking rapper. Like the way he raps is crazy. And when I listened to it, it was like his flow patterns were just fucking bananas. How he even manages to stay on beat when he switches his flow 13 times in one verse, it's fucking incredible. But it's interesting. The only song on this whole album that I don't like, and I still don't like, and I still can't listen to, and I skip over it, is Queens. And I don't know why, but that's the only song where I think it sounds super duper